frontier. A line between what is and what's next. We've played the game, built the legends, carried the weight. But this is different. This is where the game leaves the ground. No limits, no ceiling. No looking back. This isn't the next season. This is the next frontier.
Stunning Utah is the setting for Game 3 between the AUSL's Utah Talons and Portland Cascade. The Cascade go for the road sweep while the defending champion Talons try to grab the series finale here at home. As we welcome you to Salt Lake City, alongside the two-time Olympian Natasha Watley, I'm Noah Frary. Savannah Collins will join us shortly. Portland is one of two expansion teams in the AUSL this year. Yesterday, they secured their first ever series win, Natasha, and it has been a dominant display of pitching and timely hitting. Yeah, the story here has been pitching has been the story, and also clutch hitting. In Game 1, it was all Megan Grant getting it done in the plate. She has easily become the most feared hitter in the AUSL. The former UCLA Bruin had 2 home runs in 3 games at the time. The rookie has immediately made a presence in this Cascade lineup. But in the circle, it was Sam Landry, the second-year pro, has been a leader, not only as a vocal leader for this pitching staff, but also in the circle getting it done. But in Game 2, it was Corby Otis that got it done at the plate. Just a piece of clutch hitting, timely hitting. A 2-1 RBI to put the Cascade up, and that's all they needed was 2 runs for Kenzie Brown. And Kenzie Brown emerged as the star. The 3rd-round pick in the college draft had a no-hitter going into the 4th inning and had the Talons fooled with her changeup. Just some nasty stuff. She had 10 Ks to secure her 2nd complete win for the Cascade. And those 10 Ks for Kenzie Brown was a new AUSL record. 2 seasons in, breaking the previous mark by Rachel Garcia of the now Texas Volts. And hitters beware. Only 7 runs have been scored through the first 2 games of this series. It's Portland versus Utah for the final time this weekend. And a first pitch from Megan Faremo. Misses low to Corby Otis. Otis with 5 hits in her last 4 games. Sydney Stewart batting in the 4-hole today, the DP. She was the starting catcher yesterday, had to exit in the 3rd inning after a foul ball went off her mask. Great to see her back in the lineup, although not behind the plate this evening. Otis back up the middle, and the Cascade will have a leadoff base runner to kick things off. Cascade facing Megan Faremo, the former UCLA standout. Had a rough first inning in her first start of the year, trying to bounce back from that, Natasha. Yeah, she had that rough inning in her first start, so it's going to be key for her to start to establish the zone. She starts the game off with a changeup, trying to mix more of her pitches today, but Corby Otis gets that first hit, standing up on first. And a little Bruin on Bruin battle, brewing, dare I say, here in Salt Lake City. Megan Grant, who set the NCAA single-season home run record at the plate. Natasha, I'd imagine you're rooting for the Bruin in this situation. Of course. How can you go wrong? She's the 4-time All-American at UCLA, Natasha Watley. Here's Faremo's 1-1. That catches the corner. One of the most unique regather situations for Megan Grant, much talked about. Allows her to recenter herself. Able to stay alive. So Megan Faremo, she is a power pitcher. She will come right at you. She likes to get ahead. She likes to work fast. It's crucial if you're the Cascade, swinging early in the count. We saw that from Corby Otis. Upstairs for Faremo. Deeper you get in the count, does that go to advantage for Megan? Yeah, because she's so dynamic. She can work all zones. She goes up, she can go down. She has a curve, backdoor curve. She can go to both sides of the plate. She has off speed. 2-2 coming. Grant off the end of the bats. Back on it is Taylor Beal. Second straight start at shortstop. Talking about the usage of pitches for Faremo. Here's a look at it.
She'll predominantly go side to side of the plate with her screw and her curve. Her rise is her setup pitch. She gets a lot of swings and misses on that. And also, she'll use her changeup to slow things up and keep offenses off balance.
Able to retire Megan Grant, and that'll bring up Tori Vidalis, the 8th year pro. Drafted in the expansion draft back in May. It's a high heat right there. These two have faced off plenty as professionals. Ground ball, back to Faremo, fields her position well, and fires to another Bruin. And if you're sensing a theme, there's 5 Bruins out on the field here this evening.
Yeah, Megan Faremo just fielding her position so well, so athletic, moves off the mound pretty quick. And quickly we've got 2 outs here with runner on second.
So 2 down for Sydney Stewart. First pitch strike to the rookie catcher out of Arizona. He was the 3rd catcher selected in the AUSL's college draft. Jocelyn Erickson, Reese Atwood, both going in front of her. And how about the pro debut so far for Reese Atwood? A couple of home runs yesterday off of Nyjah Kennedy.
Yep, just everybody, welcoming everybody to the pros.
Stewart was hitless in her first 3 games of her career. Has hit hits in each of her last 2 games. Got her first pro hit out of the way in game 1 of the series. Hard hit to left. Alchin gloves it, comes up throwing. Here's the play. And Corby Otis scores standing up, and Portland is on the board here in the first.
Sydney Stewart has been an impact rookie for the Cascade. This is a rise on the inner half, and she's able to get this through the left side to score the first run for the Cascade, but she's just showing how valuable she is. She goes out with injury yesterday, but important for them to have her in the lineup today.
When you look at these 2 teams, the Talons and the Cascade, yes, the pitching has almost been otherworldly, these 2 teams with the top ERAs, but the bats maybe have left a little bit to be desired through these first 5 games. 2-0 now to Sierra Sacco Ferry, the former Mississippi State star. Still trying to get going at the plate here in 2026. What'd you see on that swing right there?
Just a little bit too far away from her, so Sierra Sacco Ferry just really trying to get her timing down, just trying to see pitches. So timing's been a key piece for her.
Rounds that one off of herself. Sacco Ferry, the former slapper turned big masher during her senior year. She was a slapper for the first 3 years of her collegiate career, first at Louisiana Tech and then Mississippi State. Chose to swing away as a senior, turned herself into a draft pick here in the Pro League. 2s are wild. Sacco Ferry the other way. Andrews giving it a run, lays out, can't make the catch. Stewart's gonna score easily. A throw to third, not in time, and Sacco Ferry has a 2-out triple as Portland adds to their lead.
And just check out where Aaliyah Andrews and Jalen Alchin are. This is in no man's land. And Aaliyah Andrews doing the best that she can going for this ball. And you have nothing to lose when you have 2 people going for that same ball. Leave your feet. You never know, you may catch that. But Sierra Sacco Ferry, lots of speed. She's on third. 2 outs.
Back-to-back 2-out hits, and it has to feel like deja vu all over again for Megan Faremo. As that misses upstairs to Kelly Torres, who gets the start behind the plate today for the Cascade. Came in as a defensive replacement for Stewart when she exited yesterday. Ramo has struggled in first innings of her 2 starts this year. 6 earned runs now given up. Good pitch there to get back into the count.
Yes, and what she's doing is she's just mixing so much more. She's pulled out her changeup first innings, so just trying to give different looks, changing speeds a little bit more.
Torres nearly found the chalk. Flowers and our third base umpire had to skip rope. It's Don Brown over there at third. Gotta be saying, I'm not paid to do that. You know she's got some elite agility. Taraya Flowers, the head coach of the Cascade, and former teammate and national champion, Natasha Watley.
Yes.
And a gold medalist.
We go back.
Buried the lead a little bit on the gold medal.
Yeah, she's just loving her time coaching at this level. Relatable. She was a pro as well.
She's got a very talented roster in her first year as a head coach. 3-2, and Torres lays off. The inning continues. 23 pitches now for Ramo. Natasha, this is where it probably starts to feel like a long inning as they have Torres nearly picked off. Cascade trying to steal a run. Instead, Torres is going to be at second. Some trickery.
And definitely, Coach Flowers loves to be aggressive on the bases. On that walk, you naturally get into that first and third situation. So Kelly Torres just forcing that, getting herself in scoring position, putting some pressure on the Talons.
First pitch to Cahalan, followed back, and Natasha Watley, this strikes me as something you would have done back in your day.
Yeah, so just take a look at Kelly Torres. That she never stops stride after she takes that walk, and so nobody's paying attention to her. So she starts to try to make things happen, and that's exactly what you do. You try to put some pressure on the defense.
Did you ever do that during your playing career?
Oh, yeah. We call it backdoor Betty.
Okay. Why?
Because once you pass first base, you kind of are going to backdoor them and kind of go to second. I don't know why we called that, but that's what we called it.
Learned something new today.
Yeah. And you just want to make sure that nobody is covering second base, that they vacated.
Kenley Cahalan dropped down in the lineup. She'd been hitting 6th early in her pro career, struggled a little bit at the plate. Drop down, maybe take a little pressure off. She's behind in the count here, 1-2 to Ramo. Just missed. This Cascade team, first 5 games of the year, 2 two-out RBIs. They have 2 in this opening frame against Megan Ramo. Trying to stop the bleeding. Oh, straight back. What's that swing tell you, Natasha?
Tells you that she's on time, and anytime a foul ball just goes straight back, pitcher's got to start to take note. She's on time. It's just a matter of bat barrel. She's just missing it.
A big opportunity for the rookie Cahalan, a 4th-round draft pick in the college draft back in May. 2-2 pitch. Oh, some great discipline at the plate there for Cahalan.
Just a good location. Ramo feeling that these hitters are being aggressive, so working off the plate a little bit.
Portland trying to put up a crooked number. Payoff. Off the end of the bat in foul territory where it is gloved by Savannah Jaquish for the final out of the inning. Portland picking up right where they left off. 2 runs in the top of the first. The Portland Cascade get 2 in the top of the first inning off of Megan Faremo. They lead 2-0 as the Utah Talons come to the plate. Aaliyah Andrews leading off once again. She has been a spark plug for this Talons side, although she could use some help down the lineup in this outing against Kelly Maxwell. In the circle for Portland, making her second start of the year.
Yes, and Kelly Maxwell, just a crafty lefty. She'll stay down, she'll move the ball all around. But in her first start, didn't have quite the start that she would have liked. Not all bad, but wants to fine-tune some things, work on her timing.
Expect a heavy dose of the drop ball from Kelly Maxwell. As Andrews pulls back the bunt. First pitch is a strike. Kelly Maxwell had a great start to her outing in her first start of the year, but then was done in by the pesky pitch clock that's only 15 seconds here at the pro level. She misses away here to Aaliyah Andrews. 5-game hitting streak. 6 hits this year for the 6th-year pro out of Oldsmar, Florida. All of them singles, by the way. Tasha, early in your career, and for most of your career, really, you were a very talented slapper. What's the key for someone like Andrews to lead off a game?
Yeah, especially facing someone like Kelly Maxwell, who has a lot of movement. You've got to slow yourself down in the box because she has so much movement. So I'd be thinking trying to hit it hard. More of a hard slap. When you're facing a pitcher that has a lot of movement down, it's hard to try to get on top of it.
Try to put a little pressure on Megan Grant, making the start at third base today. It's a rarity. 3-1 to Andrews, gets the bunt down. Grant gloves it, fields her position well, and just gets the speedy Aaliyah Andrews at first. Tested right off the bat, and Megan Grant comes through.
Yeah, and take a look at where Megan Grant starts, and once she sees Aaliyah Andrews' hand, she starts to creep. And Aaliyah Andrews almost hits us past her, but Megan Grant, she's everywhere.
She can really swing it. As Maxwell misses upstairs to Megan Grant's former teammate, the other half of the Bruin Bombers, Jordan Woolery. This has got to be weird for them.
Well, it was so cute when we spoke to Megan Grant in the post-game interview. She was just saying, you know, she was getting teary-eyed talking about Jordan Woolery and Taylor Tinsley and seeing them on the other side of the field and just their connection and how much they get along and they miss being teammates.
1-1 pitch is swung through by Woolery, who had a chance to win the game in the 7th inning yesterday off of Kenzie Brown. Came up with the bases loaded. That's normally a spot that she's automatic. She went down swinging for the 3rd time.
And Kelly Maxwell is a more vertical pitcher. She goes up, she goes down. She'll mix in some off speed. That up pitch, that rise pitch. It's kind of her waist pitch at times.
1-2, bounces low. Maxwell was incredible during her collegiate career. Spent her final year at Oklahoma, helped leading the Sooners to that 4th straight national title.
Usually she'll go to that drop 31% of the time. She'll stay down, she'll go up with that rise ball. She has that off speed.
3-2 pitch upcoming here. Natasha, what was your approach in this count?
The 3-2 count, I'm going to be aggressive, knowing that Kelly Maxwell probably doesn't want to walk me.
And Woolery does walk. Is that a bat flip of a walk?
That's a good AB for her to work her way back all the way to a 3-2 count, swinging through and missing on that rise ball, and then eventually going and laying off of it. That feels good when you lay off a pitch that you just had a big hack on and swung and miss.
Sometimes those feel better than a big hit. Can't say I'm speaking from experience, though. First pitch strike to Charlize Palacios. Had a big double yesterday, drove in a run. It was the only run the Talons got. For the rookie, Kenzie Brown, who went the distance in her second pro start. Gave up just that one earned run, struck out 10.
Yeah, Kenzie Brown yesterday was dynamic. She was so fun to watch.
Back up the middle, and Palacios starting to get going at the plate. Hits in back-to-back days, and don't look now, the Talons are in business. We're in the bottom of the first inning.
And this is a 63-mile-per-hour drop ball in the inner half, and so it's so crucial to be patient. Charlize Palacios sees this ball deep, gets this ball right back up the middle, runners on first and second for the Talons.
Kaylee Wyckoff made her pro debut yesterday. Called up out of the reserve athlete pool with the Talons going through some injury woes. Swings at the first pitch, it's fair. Down the right field line. Otis gloves it, comes up throwing, it's cut off by Vidalis, who throws to third. Palacios in there safely. And Utah gets the hit with runners in scoring position they've been looking for all series long.
And Wyckoff just gets this, turns on this pitch, and gets this to the right side of the field. Tori Vidalis almost has that, but she's playing just a tad bit off the line. But Jordan Woolery is booking it from scoring position from second base. And Talons are on the board, 2-1.
And if you're Sydney Ball Malone, the head coach of the Utah Talons, that probably put a smile on your face. The team was 1 for 14 with runners in scoring position in the first 2 games of the series prior to that hit right there.
Yeah, and that's going to be the keys for them today. Not only have they been able to get the traffic, but it's having productive, timely hitting, moving runners up 60 feet, hitting behind runners, having good ABs.
I'll catch the corner. And how about the Rook? She was sitting on her couch 2 nights ago, now playing out here in Salt Lake City. Coming through with a big hit. Wyckoff going on the pitch. The throw down is not in time. And the Talons will have their first stolen base of the year.
And just take a look at Sis Bates. This is heads up. Wyckoff gets a good jump, but she's in there. But that throw is in the dirt. So important to keep this ball in the infield. And Sis Bates has such a great glove and is able to potentially stop a run from scoring.
Now, if you're the Talons, can you swing together multiple hits with runners in scoring position? Oh, what a great pitch. Maxwell finds the inside corner. A K on the river for Kelly Maxwell.
And this is a 2-2 count. Kelly Maxwell has been going side to side on Jake Bush with that drop ball. Comes back in with that drop. Just gets the corner and gets the K.
Now the baton passes to Jadlyn Alchin. She's a perfect example of what can happen when you get an opportunity out of that reserve athlete pool. Got that last year, was on the team most of the season, earns a contract this year. Back up the middle, Maxwell gloves it. The throw to first, scoop down to the dirt by Tori Vidalis for the final out of the inning. The Talons get their white whale, a hit with runners in scoring position. It's 2-1 as we head to the second in Utah. 7 through the first 14 innings of this series, both won by the Cascade as they secured their first series win in team history, one of 2 expansion teams in the league this year. Natasha, the other, a team that you got to see in your first series, the Oklahoma City Spark, who are looking great right now, by the way.
Yeah, they can swing it. They can swing it. They got some bats. Maya Brady, one of them.
You just had to mention another Bruin, didn't you? She's the former Bruin great. Natasha Watley, I'm Noah Frary. Top of the second inning. Also been a consistent theme early in this game. Former athletes who played in the pack back in the day. Sis Bates, one of those. Started at Washington.
And you can already see Megan Faramo's adjustments, back-to-back changeups, just trying to mix up speeds, because right now just getting placement and getting the sharpness on her hard stuff, she's not really getting it. So trying to mess the timing up of the Cascade.
Faramo had to labor 33 pitches. At the top of the first inning, gave up 2 earned to this Cascade side.
That's another changeup. Sis Bates just doing a good job of letting the ball travel, fouling that changeup off left side.
Two pitch coming to Bates, right back up the middle. And Sis Bates will be on here in the second. Thanks, Eric, and we welcome those of you who just watched the Carolina Blaze take down the Texas Volts in extra innings. Top of the second inning here in Salt Lake City. The Portland Cascade, the Utah Talons. The Cascade, one of 2 expansion teams in the AUSL. The Utah Talons, the defending champions, but they've already lost this series. Trying to salvage the final game here in game number 3 at home. These 2 teams scoring just 7 runs through the first 2 games of the series, but Natasha, it's had a different feel here early on. 3 runs in the opening frame.
Yeah, we're definitely seeing more balls in play, more hits. We've already got 6 hits on the board between both teams.
Bates was going as that ball was in the dirt. She'll advance to second on the wild pitch. Sis Bates, known for her defense in college, also has some afterburners. Finds herself in scoring position. Just missed. That's a pitch if you're Faramo you want right now.
Yeah, and that's such a good location, especially setting her up on that outer half. That's that screw. It's a good pitch.
2-2 in the dirt. Bates is going again. And the speed of Sis Bates playing dividends right now for the Portland Cascade. She's 60 feet away from a tack-on run.
And just heads up from Sis Bates, knowing that Megan Faramo is going to a lot of changeups this game, so seeing the ball in the dirt, she stands up on third.
Grounded, gloved, Beal. Check the runner back, goes to first. This series has been accentuated by strong pitching from the Portland Cascade. Sam Landry goes out and throws her first complete game as a professional in game number 1 on Saturday. And then Kenzie Brown, the rookie, goes out and does something that no one in AUSL history had ever done, 10 strikeouts. Those 2 giving up a combined 2 earned runs, a 1.00 ERA, 15 strikeouts. And that's exactly what you want to see out of your two big dogs out in the circle.
Yes, 2 complete games. I'm here for this 2 complete game era of pitchers going the distance, and both of them just setting the tone for this Cascade in the circle.
Crazy note from last night. That was the first time in league history that both pitchers, Brown and Fouts, threw a complete game in the same game. 1-1 is off the plate to Corby Otis, who led off the game with a single. Would come in to score on Sydney Stewart's RBI base knock off of Faremo. How's that one foul? It'll even up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Do you need to see Faremo be a little bit more aggressive right here?
I like what she's doing. She's being very unpredictable. She is working all around the zone. She's mixing speeds. We're seeing her throw her drop a little bit more, her changeup a little bit more.
Otis grounds to second. Becker thought about coming home. Takes the out at first. And Sisbate's speed pays off as the Cascade get on the run, or on the board again here in the second.
And it's just a difficult play for Rachel Becker to make that play at home. She's playing a little bit deep with 1 out and a runner on third. She thinks about it. The speed of the ball gets to her quick, but if she was playing just a little bit in the line, perhaps would have had a play at home, but Cascade get another run on the board.
And now our second look of the night at Megan Grant. Collegiate softball fans will know that name. 42 home runs, a new single season NCAA record this year for UCLA. Drives one hard to left field. It'll get over the head of Vulchin and one hop the wall. And Megan Grant will have her first non-homer hit of her pro career. It's a double here with 2 outs to extend the inning.
Megan Grant, she is just so strong, and she can hit to all fields. People keep saying, why do you keep throwing her inside? She can go outside. She can go with the pitch as well, and this is just an elevated pitch on the outer half, and she bangs it to left field. She's standing up on second.
Many pitchers have asked themselves that exact same question. Few have been able to execute this year, quite frankly. A grand start to Megan Grant's career, a pair of home runs, one that would have gotten out of Oracle Park in San Francisco, Fenway Park in Boston, 313 feet in her pro debut. Here's a hitter at the plate in Tori Vidalis, who Portland would love to get going. She didn't get a spring training. You've probably seen her on your television set. That's how she got her nickname, TV Tori Vidalis. Was working at the Women's College World Series. Joined the Cascade in Durham ahead of their first series. Swings over the 0-2 pitch. Palacios down to first. And Faremo works around the 2-out double for Megan Grant. Portland's pitchers have been excellent. We're going to talk to one of them, Kenzie Brown. The Chair Chat coming up when we come back.
Kenzie Brown last night was a star. The rookie had her second start, had a no-hitter going into the fourth, and she had the Talons fooled. This changeup was money that she was spot on all night long, picking up her second complete game win for the Cascade.
You have a big performance. That's what Kenzie Brown did. A complete game, 1 run, 10 strikeouts to give Portland their first ever series win. And after that big performance, Kenzie Brown now joins us. A chair chat here as we begin the bottom of the second inning.
Hello, how's it going?
It's going well. I'll ask you the same question. Second pro start, it was going pretty well yesterday. What'd you like about your performance?
It was, I mean, it's so fun playing behind these girls and this team. Like, we just have such a strong bond already. It's just been amazing playing in the pros. I just feel so grateful.
Kenzie, what has surprised you the most playing at this level, the pro level?
Oh my gosh. I think, honestly, just how adult it is. Like, you can get what you need when you need it, and you know, you're the master of your own fate. So just taking that as it goes and getting what you need to be successful, I think that's just been so awesome so far.
Kenzie, last night, this changeup that you had, it was phenomenal. I think it's been the talk of the town, or a talk across the country. But I've seen you throw so many different mixes. I've seen you completely go all up, all down. How have you been able to do that?
Yeah, so last night I heard them picking it, so I switched it mid-game and it just worked. I'm not really sure, but I just started throwing it off my rise grip, so they just couldn't really tell the pick. So yeah, that just worked for me yesterday.
Jacobson pops this one up in the infield. Sis Bates over to Glovett, makes the catch for out number 1.
And now we're taking a look at your changeup here, and so we're looking at your grip, and you just stay so long, and it's like you were tunneling your drop and your changeup. That's what it looked like. Out of the hand as a hitter, we couldn't tell if it was drop or change, and so I think you just did such a good job just being deceptive. Just this last year, what were some of the things that your senior year that you worked on to try to fine-tune and develop a little bit more?
Yeah, I mean, I think being able to, you know, go up and down back to back, that can be a little bit challenging to do, but that was something I worked really hard on, and being able to go rise, then drop immediately after, I feel like I developed a little bit more with being able to tunnel both pitches.
Kenzie, that Arizona State program that you played for has turned out a ton of great players in their history. What about that program prepared you to be the pro that we've already seen through 2 starts?
Yeah, gosh, I have nothing but amazing things to say about that program. They not only taught me how to be a really successful softball player, but an amazing person, and just someone that can be strong and independent off the field. And that's just, I don't think that's very common nowadays, and that's just, gosh, I just have all great things to say.
Kenzie, now it's been, what, a week or 2 you've been a pro?
Yeah.
Who have you been starstruck with?
Oh my gosh.
Here in the pro league.
All of them.
Give me one. Give me one name.
On this team or like on all the teams?
It could be any. It could be any.
Okay, anyone? Starstruck.
Any pitchers that you have
Gosh,
admired?
that's so hard.
So many, I know.
I love this whole team. I would say probably Kelly Max. She's just, I think we related a lot because we had the same pitching coach my senior year. We had Coach John. So I just think me and Kelly have kind of just hit it off, and have really just loved being around her. Love Sam, love Sis. I love them all. I love them all.
Tough question, I'm
yes,
sorry.
I know it is. It's so hard.
Well, Kenzie, thank you so much for joining us. Congrats on your start to your pro career. Look forward to seeing what you're able to accomplish this year.
Thank you.
That was Kenzie Brown, our chair chat here in Game 3 between Portland and Utah. I've just been impressed by her poise as a rookie, Natasha.
Yeah, and just, you know, like, has so much knowledge on what makes her great. And I think that that's the difference. When you transition from the college game to the pro game, you've got to know what makes you go. Just her ability to make the adjustment, changing her grip, throwing her changeup off of her rise, knowing that it was getting picked and not getting rattled, that is huge, and that is such a big statement about her.
Shot the other way, a bid for a first pro hit for Taylor Beal. And Kinley Cahalan grabs it off the shoestrings for the final out of the inning. Little rookie-on-rookie crime right here.
And a lot of rookie-on-rookie climb here. This is Beal to Cahalan, out number 3 for the Cascade.
AUSL is sponsored by Dick's Sporting Goods and by Sephora. It's Salt Lake Bees night at Dumpke Family Stadium. A look at Bumble having some fun out in the crowd. Trying to find that guy's hair in the front row. I think he might have lost it. Maybe trying to get some good luck for the home team Talons, who find themselves trailing 3-1. Lost the first 2 games of the series. A couple of pitchers duels won by Portland to take their first series in team history. Now eyeing a sweep as they get set to go home for the first time. That's going to feel so good for this Cascade scene that's been on the road for close to the last month at this point.
Well, yeah, after their first 2 games, getting those 2 losses and coming in here, getting those wins, feels good to at least clutch the series. I'm sure they're going to want to walk away with this 3rd win, but having a couple of days off and going back to Portland and getting some time down and trying to get settled in, because they have yet to be in their market yet, so that'll be good for them.
I would say sleep in your own beds, but all the beds are going to be new for these women. Here comes the 1-2 from Faremo. She could use a shutdown inning. Pitch count's been a little bit elevated early in this outing. 33 pitches in that 2-run first. Threw 22 more in the second. Pitch count over 60 as she works with nobody out here in the top of the 3rd. Sydney Stewart had an RBI base knock off of the 4th-year veteran Faremo back in the 1st inning. Faremo back from Japan, where she made about 10 appearances over in the Diamond League this year. Stewart, nub job to second. Becker, underhand flip for the first out of the inning. ESPN is home of MLB.TV. Stream every out-of-market game live or on demand using the ESPN app. Blackout and other restrictions apply. For more information, go to ESPN.com/MLBTV. Sierra Sacco at the plate for her second time. Had a big RBI triple back in the first inning, drove one to left field. Had to feel good for Sierra Sacco Ferry, who's been a little bit in between at the plate early on this season after starring in the outfield for this Talons team a season ago. That pitch will catch the inside corner.
And you can see Megan Faremo going more to her drop and hitters counts. When she gets ahead, she'll use that waist pitch, the rise ball. It's a 1-2 pitch, 1-2 count.
Off the end of the bat and foul. So Natasha, you're in the batter's box. You obviously would have just picked that out yourself. How does that change your approach?
So usually off of Megan Faremo, I'm thinking something that's more elevated, more rise, more curve, more upspin. But now what she's doing, those hitters count, she's going more down, more off speed. So she's making that adjustment because the Cascade has made the adjustment to get on top of her rise ball a little bit more.
The 1-2 from the right-hander, shot the other way. There's going to be room. Olchen on the run makes the catch for out number 2 as we go down to Savannah Collins.
Well, during preseason camp, this Cascade squad was trying to decide what means things to us, what's important, what resonates with this team. And this metaphor came up with rock and mountain climbing about being clipped in. You use clips to make sure that you don't fall when you're doing these high-risk activities. And so their team manager of operations, Jason Roberts, went out and got everyone on the squad these carabiners that you just saw me holding. And that's really what they've adopted as their mantra at the start of this season. Stay clipped in. And it's really a metaphor for going to the person beside you who's having a bad day, who's having a great day, offense, defense, going and staying clipped in for the members of your team. So I'm clipped in right now to this broadcast.
Well, that was something we saw on full display in the first 2 games of the series, particularly from the pitching staff and how they rallied around each other to pick up the first 2 wins of the series.
Yeah, I will tell you that the Cascade, they just have so much camaraderie. You can just tell that they have this cohesiveness, and it's just been instantly. It's only been a week or 2, but it's things like that, being hooked in and being together, and they have been playing like that the last 2 days.
Their GM, Jamie Loprice, has put together a really nice roster in this inaugural campaign for the Portland Cascade. She had a heavy emphasis on pitching, and we are seeing that really pay off right now. Kelly Maxwell was a draftee, Sam Landry. Also took Carly Hoover, who they still don't have yet, as Torres sends one into the gap. Andrews cuts it off before it gets to the wall and gets it back in to hold Torres to the single.
And this is that off-speed pitch. Again, another hitter's count. Megan Faremo trying to go right at Kelly Torres. And Kelly Torres wins this battle.
There certainly are a lot of Bruins in this game.
Lots of Megans.
Kaylin back to Megan Faremo. Throws to first for the final out of the inning. The Cascade continue to lead here in Salt Lake City.
Hey fans, tickets are available still for the remaining Talons games here at the Duncan Family Softball Stadium. Our next home game will be Monday, June
as my grandfather. I grew up going to his cardiology appointments with him, and as most little kids, I didn't like the doctor at all. His cardiologist made me understand that physicians get to give people back more time with the people they love.
Oh my goodness! A grand slam! Corby Otis! How do you do?
Even if you have a really good outing and you go 4 for 4, that's great, but it doesn't tell you what you have to do better tomorrow to continue on your path to be great. Softball is responsible for many of my life lessons that I will take into being a physician and a member of the healthcare team.
Presented by LabCorp, the official consumer health insights partner of AUSL. Corby Otis starring on the field and in life. One of the most unique players, a two-time all-conference selection at Florida, and having a really nice start to this campaign.
Yes, and just so good to hear that these athletes are just more than just athletes. And Corby Otis at med school right now. And I love hearing the backstory of that, of what inspired her to get into the medical field. Her grandfather.
Aaliyah Andrews back at the plate, came into today with a 5-game hitting streak. Grounded out sharply to third back in the first inning. Kelly Maxwell starting to roll, has retired 5 straight Talons as she works here in the home half of the third. As Andrews sends it into shallow left field. Sierra Sacco Ferry makes the catch as we go back down to Savannah.
Well, Corby Otis is a double gator, and as someone who went to the University of Florida, it is so hard to get in once, but she got into their medical school, so she will be in the class of 2030 of UF Med. And this past season, she was shadowing at UF Health Shands Hospital, so she would wake up at 6 a.m. to go to a shift at the hospital and then go train right after that. So she has just been so dedicated to her 2 crafts, obviously being a pro softball player and these dreams to be a doctor one day.
What do they say, Savannah? Gator girls stay hot?
That they do.
Those 3 Florida Gators have been starring for this Cascade side. Cahalan, Otis out in right field. Kendra Falby, the dynamic center fielder. Florida Gators program known as one of the best collegiately, inside the top 10 all year long. Almost a lock to get to the Super Regionals every year. Most years at the Women's College World Series. It's impressive what they built down in Gainesville.
Yeah, just professional hitters. I think of all 3 of them just owning and knowing their swings and seeing the impact that they have made offensively, defensively into this game. And again, just hearing their stories. Corby Otis in the medical field.
Can't forget Jocelyn Erickson with the Bandits. Had her first 3-hit game of her pro career yesterday. She was a first-round draft pick by Bandits GM Jenny Dalton-Hill. As Woolery sends that one foul. And Natasha, I don't know about you, but I'm excited a couple years from now. Could we see Taylor Shoemaker in this league? She is an elite outfielder right now for the Gators.
I think it's possible. We got to sit and wait. Maybe next year. Those golden tickets. Oh, she's got 2 years.
Woolery drops the bat. It's another walk for the rookie. And you can catch more AUSL games on Thursday. The Utah Talons versus the Texas Volts at 7 p.m. Eastern on ESPN2. And Oklahoma City Spark versus Portland Cascade at 9 p.m. Eastern on ESPN Deportes. First pitch hit hard into center field. Woolery had to hang up. They're going to get her at second. Could she have done something better on that play, Natasha?
And just a good job from Kendra Falby right there, just keeping that ball in front of her. She was thinking about diving and going for it, but just an incredible job. Take a look at Kendra Falby on this. She was going to think about attempting to dive, but knowing the speed of Woolery, she has to hold. And there's nothing that you can do as a runner. You've got to stay halfway on that, and Jordan Woolery's just not able to get there.
Want to hear something interesting? That does not count as a hit. That goes down as a fielder's choice. I learned this just the other day. that when that ball goes to the outfield, the fielder, the center fielder, Kendra Falvey, in this situation has a fielder's choice.
She becomes a shortstop in center.
This one's driven deep right field, hooking foul. And Kaylee Wyckoff has hit a couple of balls hard early in her pro career, but nothing to show for it.
Just is off speed, and Wyckoff just able to get that bat barrel out there, but she just stays in her legs, stays behind the pitch. Just a tad bit longer, and that's over the right field fence.
And now Wyckoff swings over the latest offering to fall behind in the count of ball and 2 strikes. And an RBI single already in this game. Stole a base as well, making an impact, and that's all you can ask of a player called up out of that reserve athlete pool. Two's wild, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Low, and the count moves full.
Just thinking about this league, it's so competitive across the board. Even the reserve athlete pool, so competitive, and a lot of these athletes coming out and just making an impact for these teams.
That's called at the upper reaches of the zone. That's the place where the rookie wishes she had the college strike zone. That's about a ball smaller. Portland leading. We're going to talk to Jadlyn Alchin amid action when we come back. Over the Utah Talons as we head to the top of the 4th inning here in Salt Lake City. Picturesque views here at Dumke Family Stadium, and now we get Jadlyn Alchin joining us live. Jadlyn, thanks for making the time and talking to us amid action.
Yeah, of course. Hey guys, how's it going?
It's going well up here. How much fun is it playing left field right now?
Oh my gosh, it's so fun. We got so much ground to cover and just so much room to run. It's so fun. Yes, Meg!
Jadlyn, just talk about, this is year 2, you being in the pro league. What's it been like year 2 this time around?
Year 2, I mean, obviously it's different with a big chunk of us, just kind of mixed around. You're good. Just like new team, honestly. So it's fun being able to carry over the characteristics we had from last season, like relearn them, show them to the new people. So it's been fun just being here and like just settling down in a home stadium for once.
Yes, and this stadium is awesome, and the fans have seemed to be so supportive and have your guys' back. Talk a little bit offensively with me. Just what has been your approach this year? What are some of the things that you've been working on?
Some things that I've been working on recently is just seeing the ball deep and letting my hands just kind of be free through the middle. Yes, Meg! just seeing the ball deep is basically my main goal right now, and just letting my hands take me to the outside. Just trying to stay confident and stay cool, collected at the plate too. I know it could get a little crazy with these zones and stuff, but just staying within myself.
Yep, no, you're doing great. Just talk about, too, you know, you guys have had so many different roster changes and moves. Who's been standing up and being the leader for the Talons?
Ooh, I think there's been leaders in all different areas, which is fun, because when you can't kind of figure it out, we kind of look to each other, which is awesome. I think we've all been leading collectively. Flip and Tana. Good! Flip and Tana, sorry for yelling in the mic.
Hey, keep it coming, we like it.
Yeah, Flip, Tana have been great. Megan's been giving us some doctor inspiration before the games. It's so fun just hearing them talk and lead us through this. So it's been great so far.
2-2 pitch here to Sis Bates. Right down Broadway as Faremo picks up the big K.
Atta babe!
That's a huge pitch right there.
Yes, one.
So, Jalen, this is a curve in, if you just wanted to know. I'm sure you already know, but this is a sweet pitch, and we just caught your reacts. I'm pumped up, too.
Oh, she fires me up every day, and I love it.
So, Jalen, we've seen you in right, we've seen you in left. Do you have preference, any difference?
I'm wherever they need me to be, I think, which is awesome because I just love the outfield. I love defense, so not well-versed in right. I mean, I can be, I will be.
What's different from right to left?
I think just like with how many lefties, just like the lefty speed. Oh, see, like the lefties spin off the bat, just knowing like it's not in foul territory anymore. I gotta get in right center gap. It's just simple things like that, but I think I'm just able to adapt wherever they need me to be. So need me in left, center, right, anything for the Talons.
Jalen, I was curious, how much info are you given on the tendencies of these other hitters to help with your positioning in the outfield?
Like, are you asking, are we getting like defensive scouts?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we'll run through them. Yes! Good! Great
Clean play from Taylor Beal for the second out of the inning.
Two. Yeah, yes, Meg, good job. Before kind of the series, I'll run through the defensive shifts. I mean, some of them I've known prior. We got half the team I already know, so it's just learning the new shifts on the new players that I haven't seen, the rookies, so.
Corby Otis comes to the plate for the Portland Cascade.
See you!
An RBI, or a single rather, came around to score on Sydney Stewart's RBI single.
Got you.
Back in the first.
Yep, got you. Yeah, Meg, win this.
Jalen, how have the rookies been this year?
Oh, they're so awesome. I've been able to hang out with Maddie Mo for a little bit, so I've been hanging with her. Tins and Joe just got in, so it's fun seeing them again. It's always a good time with the Bruins. See you. Yeah, we actually drove in the car together. It was funny. It was me, Tins, Meg. We drove in the car. Yep. Oh, they're yelling at me.
Move over, you gotta listen.
No, I know. Usually I hear it, but a little sidetracked in the left ear.
Yeah, we're distracting you right now.
No, you're good. I'm still locked in. Oh, yeah.
Otis pops that up. The catch made at third for the final out of the inning. And Jalen Olchen, thanks for joining us. 3-1 Cascade here in Salt Lake City.
Your favorite Talons athletes all season long. The AU Pro Shop is stocked with Utah Talons players' teams with brand new team jerseys. Available in unisex sizing, also with a fresh look for every
Tuesday, don't miss the AUSL action. The Oklahoma City Spark are in Chicago to take on the Bandits at 7 Eastern. Catch it live on ESPNU, and you can also stream the game anytime on the ESPN app. Bandits picking up a big win yesterday. First win here in 2026 after they were in the Champ Series a year ago against this Talons side, as Savannah Jaquish has her first hit of the year. She's been working so hard for that base knock.
Yeah.
Look at the smile.
Yeah, and even just the celebration running down the line once she saw that thing go through. And just to be a hitter, to be grinding through all of your ABs, just trying to hit something hard. That's what she said. I want to just create some mini wins, hit it hard. And here she goes with her first hit of the season. She's standing up on first. That's got to feel good.
Now Alchin grounds. This could be two. Cahalan fires. And the speedy Jadlyn Alchin just beats the return throw. But Jaquish is retired as those two trade places.
Sis Bates with all her rituals with her teammates. Just an energy out player. Good positioning on that to get the force play at second.
Tasha, I'm curious. You were one of the greatest to ever play the shortstop position. What's the key to turning a double play like that?
It's positioning. It's, you know, the speed of the ball, how you're releasing it. What's most important is that first throw of the double play. So if you ever want to turn a double play, you've got to make sure that that first throw is efficient and you're feeding your double play partner, or whether you're taking it yourself. There's so many different factors. And also, I think in that last scenario, Sis Bates was shaded up the middle. So in force play situations, usually you'll see the middles. But if you take a look at where the middles are playing right now with the runner on first, they're both pinched and shaded up the middle. Take a look at Sis Bates. She's already right at second base, good positioning. And that's how you get double plays, but Jadlyn Alchin, good speed there.
That one was wrapped into center field. Jacobson not rewarded. That batting average on ball and play would have been really high on that line drive, but Falby makes the catch. Where did you like the feed on those plays?
So you always like it in your midsection. So you always want to make sure that you're feeding it kind of through to your throwing side. So if I'm throwing to my second baseman who's covering, I want to throw it to her right side and hit her in her chest. So anything in your chest, you can always have two hands to the ball. Anything that gets me outside of my chest, that takes me up, is going to be hard. Anything that takes me down below my waist is going to be hard. So always good for transitioning right in the middle of your body.
She's one of the greatest to ever play the shortstop position, Natasha Watley. I'm Noah Frary. Got a 3-1 game here, bottom fourth. Talons starting to hit some balls on the screws. Cindy Ball Malone told us after the game yesterday, she said if we had had one more inning, she felt like the outcome yesterday may have been different. The adjustment came a little bit too late yesterday for the Talons, hoping for a different situation here today, trailing by 2. Runner was going, Alchin slides in. And after not having a stolen base through the first 5 games of the year, the Talons have 2 tonight.
Heads up from Jadlyn Alchin. This just gets in the dirt away from Torres. But yes, even yesterday, you could just feel the pressure. You could just feel the momentum in the game. The Talons were starting to pick that changeup like we heard from Kenzie Brown.
And Becker's gonna come through. The speed of Alchin's gonna pay off. And Utah, much improved hitting with runners in scoring position here in game 3. They are within 1 on Rachel Becker's big swing.
And this is how it needs to happen for the Talons, to get more timely hitting and get more production at the bottom of the lineup. Rachel Becker in that 8-hole at the bottom of the lineup. She gets an RBI single here to get the Talons on the board, 3-2.
And Natasha, you made a career of speed out there. It's incredible what speed on the base pass can do. You get the stolen base, she gets the third, and then able to score.
And that's how it happens. Heads up base running, getting herself in scoring position. It's those little things, getting yourself 60 feet.
Now some small ball. Beal lays it down, and Grant, looking like a seasoned veteran over at her third base position. The Talons get a run back. 3-2, headed to the fifth.
All right, everybody. We got the winner of the Untamed, the book and strides, selected by Hannah Flippin.
We've been talking Florida Gators. Let's talk another one. Alicia Ocasio coming through. The Blaze taking down the Texas Volts earlier today. Alicia Ocasio doing it in the circle, in the field, now at the plate. Has been one of my favorite players to watch early on this year, Natasha Watley.
So I am going to say that Alicia Ocasio is the most athletic pitcher in this league, and I'm saying it because she can do it all. She can hit, she can pitch, she can play anywhere defensively, and we've seen her play so many defensive positions, not only in AUSL but also as a Florida Gator.
Blaze right now find themselves in first place in this league, 4-1 on the year. As Megan Grant steps to the plate and stares at a first pitch strike. What a job Dana Sorensen has done, the general manager for the Blaze. A year ago, that team dead last, did not make the postseason. Now in the driver's seat, 5 games into the year. And Natasha, one of the things I love about that Blaze team is how good they are at versatility. They can do so much with that roster right now.
I mean, you can put players anywhere. We've got Alicia Ocasio, who we were talking about. She can play first. She can even play outfield, too.
Sky-high pop-up in the infield. Jaquish calls off the rookie Beal for the first out of the inning. And you can catch more AUSL games on Thursday. The Utah Talons versus the Texas Volts at 7 p.m. Eastern on ESPN2. And Oklahoma City Spark versus Portland Cascade at 9 p.m. Eastern on ESPN and ESPN Deportes. Top of the 5th inning here in Salt Lake City. Portland won the first 2 games of the series, trying to complete the sweep. In the driver's seat right now against 4th-year pro Megan Ferramo. Vidalis chops one to short. Beal, known for her glove during her collegiate career, fires it across for out number 2.
Yeah, I've just been so impressed with Beal. Just her glove work, her footwork. She can cover ground. She gets rid of the ball really quick. Earlier against Kendra Falby in that top of the 4th, sweet play from Beal.
I'll bring up Sydney Stewart. This pitch misses low, and quick note on Taylor Beal at short. She's out there because Hannah Flippin, the primary shortstop for this Talons team in both of their first 2 seasons, on the injured list right now. Saw her in game number 1, picked up an injury. We were told it was a nagging injury that they're trying to manage. So Taylor Beal gets called up out of the reserve athlete pool, and it's been a nice fill-in over at shortstop.
Yeah, they haven't skipped a beat with Taylor Beal and Hannah Flippen. I think one of the best shortstops, a defensive specialist as well, and can do so many things well at shortstop. So Taylor Beal just filling in.
Stewart swings over the breaking ball. And Megan Faramo starting to find her groove just in the nick of time for the Talons. They'll come back to bat when we return.
Kelly Maxwell going into her 5th inning of work with just a little bit of a cushion here given to her by her offense. And Maxwell just finished up her 1st year of veterinary medicine at LSU. She got her master's in healthcare law her final year at OU and just got done with her 1st year of schooling. Her goal is to run her own vet clinic in Texas. And so funny, at preseason camp, GM Jamie Loprice has this adorable silver lab named Gunner. And in the preseason when she met Gunner, she was like, let me just give him a quick teeth check. Let me see how it's looking in there. Gave her GM 2 thumbs up on the dental care of her pup. And she's really looking forward to being in Portland because she's hoping she can find somewhere to maybe volunteer and keep her skills sharp throughout this summer.
I don't know about you, Natasha. It can be as nice of a dog as it can be, but I'm not putting my hand anywhere near its mouth.
Gunner is a very adorable dog, but just, you know, such a well-rounded athlete, human being, Kelly Maxwell, and wanting to pursue vet school and also just coming back, playing in Japan as well. And so just always neat to hear what all of these athletes are doing in the offseason as well and doing beyond the field.
We're back to the top of the lineup for Aaliyah Andrews. Came in with a 5-game hitting streak, is 0 for 2. A ground out and a fly out in her first 2 plate appearances of the evening. As Maxwell fires that one to the backstop. Kelly Maxwell has such an incredible story too. She pitches at Oklahoma State and then chooses to go to the in-state rival. She got a lot of hate, let's just be honest, for that decision, but it pays off, a national championship, and I think she became a better pitcher on Patty Gasso's staff.
I agree, and just her being able to go to Oklahoma and just develop more as a pitcher. Her pitch sequencing, her stuff was always dirty, but just to be able to go and just fine-tune, get a little bit better and be more developed, I think is always a great thing.
Two-2 pitch, Andrews stays on it. Shallow right field, Cahalan's called off. The catch made by Sierra Facco. And next Monday night on ESPN, the Braves are in San Diego. to take on the Padres. First pitch is set for 10 Eastern. Watch it live on ESPN, and you can also catch the game streaming on the ESPN app. One down, top 5 here in Salt Lake City. Bottom 5, rather. Woolery again shoots one down the right field line. Long run. And Corbiotis gloves it. Woolery's looked a little late at the plate at times. Goes down there, 2 outs in the inning.
Good job, Corbiotis, and she went a long way for that ball and staying with it. Picking up her pitcher, Kelly Maxwell, today.
Maxwell's been so good against this Talons team. The first 2 times through the order. Talons had 2 hits each of those times, but Maxwell threw 11 first pitch strikes to the 16 batters. Why is that a recipe for success for a pitcher, Natasha?
Because you want to go ahead. You don't want to work from behind. You want to establish the zone. Once you get ahead, then that's where you can start to spread out, and the hitter essentially is working from behind and hitting in defense once pitchers get ahead.
Charlize Palacios up working against Kelly Maxwell for a 3rd time tonight. She's been on base both times, singled, and was stranded at 3rd back in the 1st, reached on a fielder's choice in the 3rd. Starting to heat up at the plate, and that's a great sign for this Talons side. Talons missing a lot of offense right now. Jada Coleman, their starting center fielder, on the injured list. So is Hannah Flippin. Have not seen Bree Ellis last night in the early stages of tonight. She's been a bit banged up. That's a lion's share of the offense for this Talons side that already lost a number of pieces from that championship roster a year ago.
Yeah, they lost Maya Brady in the expansion draft. That was a big bat. Sierra Sacco Ferry, who is here on the Cascade now in left field, was another big bat for them. And, you know, just seeing Hannah Flippin, just knowing she's a key piece, one of the protected players in that expansion draft, just how much she means to this team in leadership, defensively, offensively. And you missed that bat with Jada Coleman. She's another spark plug as well that you mentioned. And so just so many moving pieces, and just trying to find a rhythm and trying to get into a groove has been tough for the Talons.
Another foul ball. With the injuries, 4 rookies in the lineup right now for this Talons side, and Sydney Ball-Malone. How about the year that Maya Brady's already having with the spark?
She is tearing it up. I don't even know if she knows how to get out. Like, she can hit to all field. She's got speed. She's got power. Hits for average. I like the 1-2 punch. Her and Maya Brady. Sydney Romero. Her and Maya Brady are the 1-2 punch for the Oklahoma City Spark.
Try saying that 3 times fast.
Oklahoma City Spark.
2 home runs, 8 RBIs, and OPS north of 2,000 heading into today for Maya Brady. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs for the Talons. Catcher hammered into center, but hangs up for Falby for the final out of the inning. Kelly Maxwell is rolling, trying to maintain this lead and hand the Cascade a sweep here in Salt Lake City.
with a 3-2 lead here in Utah. And here's something I want you to know. 1 for 1. Not a stat, not a hitter's day at the plate, but the motto for Cascade's Paige Sinicki, who was diagnosed with breast cancer. So while a GA here at Utah pursuing her master's degree, she found out in November she had stage 2 breast cancer. She underwent surgery, 8 rounds of chemotherapy, and began radiation this month. Paige has been adamant that no struggle, even cancer, would be big enough to take away what she wants most, which is to be out on this softball field. And she's been so bought in with this team on meetings during the preseason, on the field, and in the dugout when she can. She said it's a blessing to take each day, hour, second, one at a time, 1 for 1. And as of this week, Paige is cancer-free. Paige, not only does the Cascade have your back, but all of us at the AUSL.
We certainly cannot wait to see her back out on the field. Just a great story, tenacity. Really makes you appreciate life and what she's been going through. Up there with her general manager, Jamie Loprice.
Yeah, and Paige Sinicki just so strong, just to be able to be here with her team and to know what she's been through. And I just loved seeing her notes, and it's all referencing 1 for 1, 2 for 2, 2 for 3, just going through her treatments, and just such a symbol for all of us of strength. And I echo what Savannah says, that we are all behind her.
Just great to see a smile on her face. Can't wait to see her back out on the field. All smiles. As Sierra Sacco Ferry sends it to left field. Here's Olchen on the run, lays out. There has not been many balls that she can't track down in left field. Nearly made the catch there.
And take a look at the notebook. You can see the 2 for 2 and all of the dates on the left, 3 for 3, 4 for 4. So referencing it for your at-bats. And she's killing it.
Sharply hit. Jaquish snares it out of midair as Sierra Sacco Ferry is retired. This Cascade team has been so understanding of the situation. Jamie Loprice quoted as saying, everyone's priority is Paige, myself, the medical and leadership of AUSL is Paige's long-term health, and then softball. I think it's so great to keep those priorities in line.
And it's so great. And Jamie Loprice has said from the beginning that she is a part of this team. She wants to make sure that she is able to come on trips and be in the dugout. And they were able to celebrate her birthday on Saturday after the game. They all went and had birthday cake and went to dinner. And just keeping her around and reminding her that she is a part of this Cascade team.
Excited to see her back out on the field at some point soon. We're going to see a change, I believe, coming up at the plate, or maybe a re-entering in this spot. One quick note on Megan Faremo, who got off to a little bit of a rocky start to this game. She's now retired 9 straight. What have you liked about how she settled in, Natasha?
I think it's her adjustments. In the beginning of the game, she was mixing around. She started off the game with the changeup, trying not to go too much to her rise ball. She was still trying to use it, but the Cascade, they were jumping on her rise ball early. Now, later in the game, in hitters counts, she is starting to throw that drop ball for a strike. So something that you have to respect as a hitter, trying to use that rise now more as a setup pitch. When she's throwing that rise, she's throwing it for a ball out of the zone, hoping that she can bait to go back down to that drop ball or changeup.
And it was not a re-entering in this spot. Actually, a pinch hitter, Raya Masson, known more as a pitcher, called on to hit here for Kenley Cahalan with 2 outs here in the top of the 6th inning.
And this move is all about just getting opportunities. Coach Flowers still trying to get a feel for her personnel. And Kenley Cahalan just hasn't produced yet in that spot. She knows that she's going to have her defensively, but just trying to see the type of bats that she has, especially in the situation, seeing if Raya Masson can push through.
Trying to keep the inning alive. but she goes down swinging. And Megan Faremo is rolling. She's retired 10 straight Cascade hitters. Now she needs her bats to get going. Inning here in Salt Lake City, and today's celebration of the game is brought to us by Sephora, the exclusive beauty partner of the AUSL, as we take a look back to yesterday. Brie Ellis hyping up the crowd in a very similar situation.
Oh my God, I'm gonna vomit. Holy cow. That was the hardest thing I did all day.
Even when she's not in the game, Brie Ellis has a huge impact.
Oh, that is very funny to me. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna throw up.
I'm just curious, if you're the Talons, Montana Fouts sent her out to do that yesterday. Does she do it again?
I think so. And just, you know, we could hear her trying to break up the no-hitter with Kenzie Brown yesterday. But that's what it takes. You need a teammate like that. You always need a teammate like that.
And it's energy like that that can get you going. After that moment yesterday, 3 of the 4 Talons hits came in the 6th and 7th. So I'd throw her back out there again.
It works.
Down low to Kaylee Wyckoff. Wyckoff had her first hit as a pro earlier today, just her 2nd pro game. Made her debut yesterday, and we just saw a bat snap. Natasha, we were talking about that the other day. You don't see that very often. Back in your day with the aluminum bat, you never saw that.
It's been a long time since I've seen that. And that bat just snaps, and she takes that full hack and swing. I haven't seen that ever. Maybe a long, long time ago back in the day.
I haven't seen a pitcher do that since Mariano Rivera left the big leagues. Known for that cutter in on the hands that would just saw off wooden bats, but you don't see it very often with these composite bats.
And I'm trying to think if it just kind of made bad contact, or just if her bat is hot. Sometimes when your bat gets really hot, that's when they start to break. But I've never seen it break in half.
Hammers one, deep right field. Otis has a beat on it. About a step shy of the warning track in another ballpark in this league. That one might have been over the fence.
And you just gotta love this outfield. Like, you have so much room to run. Corby Otis, if we're in any other park, that potentially is out of here. And it's a big out for the Cascade.
And this pitching staff put together for this Cascade team has been excellent. Kenzie Brown yesterday, Sam Landry in game 1, and now Kelly Maxwell. And you have to imagine, if you're Jamie Loprice, when you put this team together a couple months ago, you were imagining a series like this.
Absolutely, and this pitching staff, I mean, night 1 we saw Sam Landry, we saw Kenzie Brown yesterday, and Maxwell. There's just no breaks in this pitching staff that Jamie Loprice has drafted.
And based on what we just saw in the bullpen, could we see Sam Landry again here in a save situation? Or will Kelly Maxwell, another Oklahoma Sooner, go the distance? A strike there for Maxwell.
And I've got to say, Kelly Torres behind the plate has done an incredible job of just being in rhythm with Maxwell.
Grounded to short. Cahalan gloves it, fires across for out number 2. $19 runs allowed in their first series of the year against the Blaze. So maybe being a little bit deceptive because there was quite a few unearned runs, but in this series, they've been locked down, Natasha Watley.
Yeah, they have been locked down, giving up 19 runs coming into this series. That was a big focus for them, is not to go around any hitters, go straight at.
Alchin swinging at the first pitch, pushes Corby Otis back. She makes the catch for the final out of the inning. We head to the 7th here in Salt Lake City. Kelly Maxwell spinning a gem. By Dick's Sporting Goods. An incredible final game of this series. The Cascade won the first 2 in the driver's seat as we head to the 7th inning. And these pitchers have really started to dominate, particularly that woman, Megan Faramo. For the first 6 batters faced reach base. Since then, she's been nails. Can she throw up another 0 and give the Talons a chance to walk it off in the bottom of the 7th? As a slight delay happens, the ball came out of the bullpen down the right field line. Faramo got off to the rocky start. Has settled in so nicely in this outing. 107 pitches coming in. Saw her making a relief appearance for the first game this year. Earned the save, gave up 8 earned in her first start. This has been her best outing of the year by far. Grounded back to Faramo. Tried to bounce it. Sis Bates fell down. There was all sorts of things going on that play. And that snaps a streak of 10 straight batters retired. It's okay to laugh, Natasha. Sis would be too if she was mic'd up.
And I just know Sis so well, so I think that that's what makes me laugh. But this ball just gets away from Megan Faremo. But it's right here when Sis Bates realizes that she can't advance and she crawls back.
It's hard not to laugh.
Yeah. The wipeout, but and what's so great about Sis is that she would definitely be laughing about this, but it's the crawl back to first that got me.
And she is still laughing as she makes her way over to third base. Dariah Flowers laughing as well. Gotta have a little bit of brevity because this was starting to feel pretty tense here at Dumke.
Yes, and you gotta keep it light, and yes, definitely she should be standing up on second on that, but not taking herself too seriously there.
And don't look now, Montana Fouts is warming. Through a complete game yesterday, took the loss. Could we see her in this inning? She's been arguably the best starter in the league to begin this season. Perhaps a future member of Team USA at the upcoming Olympics. She's made that a goal. This one's hit hard to left. Finds the turf. Alchin gets it back in quickly. But the Cascade are set up, runners on first and second, and nobody out here in the seventh.
Yes, and Megan Faremo just getting away from herself a little bit. That error just put her behind. Kendra Falby squaring up pretty good. Runners on first and second for Cascade.
Lineup turns over for Corby Otis. She has been the Cascade's most consistent hitter. A chance to drive in a run and add to the lead. Faremo known as a bulldog out in the circle, trying to battle back. That was a big pitch right there. Here's the 1-1, bunt shown. Otis couldn't pull it back in time. Looked like the old wheel play was on right there.
And a good idea just to try it again. Make these Talons make plays, put some pressure on them.
This Talon side has committed 4 errors in 2 games in this series. As Otis goes down swinging. Perhaps the biggest pitch of this game for Megan Faremo.
Faremo has been trying to get this curveball established and get some swing and misses here, and she's been able to set that up so well. The pitch before, she has that drop. She gets the K on that curve, and she's pumped.
1 down, but now you have to face Megan Grant. Grant swings at the first pitch. Jaquish makes a nice play right there, retires the lead runner, and gets the speed of Sis Bates off the base paths. Grant will reach on the fielder's choice.
Savannah Jaquish, just a great defender over at third and going and tagging Sis Bates, not letting her come to her.
So now the veteran, Tori Vidales, steps up. She was a member of the championship Talons a year ago, was selected in the 6th round of the expansion draft by Jamie Low-Price. Are we gonna see a pinch runner here? Appears we will. Kennedy Powell, who'd been the starting first baseman, or third baseman rather, for the Cascades, will come in.
And Kennedy Powell's got some good speed. So we got speed all around, speed with Powell, speed with Falby.
Cascade trying to pick up a big insurance run. For Tori Vidales, trying to break out. She's had a quiet series, 0 for 9. One of the most experienced players in this league as Vidalis grounds it back. Faremo is going to get out of the jam. Another tight game. Can the Talons come back? You'll want to stick around to find out.
Time the world will take notice. It all comes down to you, yeah. Stand tall, give it all you got. Oh, come on, come on, come on. Everybody get fired up. Oh, come on, come on, come on. Everybody get fired up. Let the whole world know you're unmistakable.
And despite how this game could end, still plenty of great AUSL action coming up. The Spark and the Bandits tomorrow on ESPNU. The Carolina Blaze in first place will take on the Chicago Bandits on Wednesday. And we head to the bottom of the 7th inning. Tying run at the plate. Caroline Jacobson, 0 for 2 today, but hit a ball incredibly hard in her last plate appearance. That's a strike at the knees to the former Duke and Clemson star. Spent the early part of her career playing for the Blue Devils before playing for the Clemson Tigers to round out her collegiate career. Kelly Maxwell trying to go the distance.
And as we've gotten later in the game, you're seeing her throw a little bit more of that off speed. That's that last pitch we saw. She's predominantly been going to that rise and drop, getting a lot of flyouts today, using her defense.
Off the plate for Maxwell, who's retired 7 straight since the RBI single by Rachel Becker back in the 4th inning. Becker is on deck for the Talons. Two-2 pitch. Jacobson stays alive. Bumble trying to make the play over on the third base dugout. Kelly Maxwell putting together a great outing. Good distribution right there.
Yeah, on the 10 flyouts, she's been predominantly going to that rise ball and 6 groundouts, just using her defense.
Jacobson hits it hard to center, and Kendra Falby, like a good neighbor, is there. 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. Utah had the bases loaded in the bottom of the 7th yesterday, down by a run. They could not pay it off. Did have a walk-off win in the final game of their series against the Bandits, but on the ropes right here. That'll bring up Rachel Becker, the last Talon bat to get to Kelly Maxwell. She represents the tying run.
And just as a lefty, it's so hard facing a lefty Maxwell coming into this game. She was 4 for 9 against left-handed hitters, and tonight against the Talons, she's 2 for 12 tonight against left-handed hitters.
Inside. There was 8 complete games thrown in the AUSL a season ago. If Kelly Maxwell can pick up these final 2 outs, the Cascade would have thrown complete games in all 3 games in this series. It'd be the first time that's ever happened in league history.
Which I am so here for it. It has been a thing of the past where a pitcher has a complete game, starts and finishes it, and it's just been incredible to watch. And I know it usually trends on the beginning of season that hitters are just starting to get their groove, but I really think that these pitchers, they're sharp, from Sam Landry, just the outing that she had, to yesterday, Kenzie Brown, and tonight, Kelly Maxwell doing a great job as well.
Heading into this at bat, Portland with a league best ERA of 2.60. Came in with the best ERA in the league into tonight's game, and somehow it's gone down. Runs have been at a premium in this series. That's off the plate. You gotta have nerves of steel to take that pitch.
Yeah, especially in that count. 2-1 count, hitters count. I'm thinking I'm swinging at that. So some good eyes right there from Rachel Becker.
Becker back up the middle. Bates goes to her backside. Couldn't get any leverage on that throw. And Rachel Becker will have her second hit.
Just take a look at where Sis is playing. She tries to take that long hop on her backhand side, but loses her footing. And on this, I think that this is something that Sis Bates, I think she could probably get in front of that. If she gets in front of that or stays on her feet, she for sure makes that play.
Cindy Ball-Malone pulling all the levers here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Gonna go to a pinch hitter here. She will go to Sarah Willis, who was a star pitcher for Cindy Ball-Malone's UCF side. Willis gonna make the first at bat of her season in a massive spot. And are we gonna see a pitching change? It appears we will. Taraya Flowers is going to her ace with the game on the line. Sam Landry coming in here in Salt Lake City, trying to preserve a 1-run lead.
Enters the ball game, but just 2 days ago, she was electric, just moving the ball all around. Her goal was to go right at hitters. She did exactly that. She gave up 1 run in 7 innings, had 5 Ks, no walks.
And she enters in a one-run ball game. She was the #1 overall pick in the college draft ahead of the inaugural season of the AUSL. She was then the #2 overall pick in the expansion draft. This is the ace that Jamie Lowe-Price wanted to have in the offseason, and now she turns to Sam Landry. Kelly Maxwell, incredible, but now has to sit and watch her fellow Oklahoma Sooner in the circle. It's Sarah Willis versus Sam Landry. Game on the line after Rachel Becker picked up her second hit of the day. The bottom of the order, 2 for 8. And that's much improved. They were 3 for 17 in this series. Can Willis come through? Willis and her head coach Cindy Ball Malone joined at the hip during their collegiate career. Now Willis, one of those reserve pool call-ups. That was a strike on the inside corner. Willis didn't like it. You can feel the tension here in Salt Lake City at Dumpke Family Stadium. 2-1 from Landry. Fouled back our way. Torres gave it a look. It's out of play. The Talons swept their opening series of the year right here at home against the Bandits in a rematch of the AUSL Championship Series from a year ago. Now in danger of being swept themselves. 2-2. Long foul ball. Willis stays alive.
And I like this change that Coach Flowers did, Maxwell to Sam Landry. Although, yes, I am in love with a complete game right now, but Sam Landry just has a little bit more zip, a little bit more velo. You can just feel that these Talon hitters were getting on time with Maxwell.
Nubber, foul.
Kelly Maxwell, she's around 63, 64. Sam Landry right now, she's around 69, 67.
Willis represents the winning run at home plate. Becker the tying run at first. And Willis just missed what could have been a double. Have to wonder if that one had been fair. Would Becker, who's got some speed, been able to score all the way from first to tie this game? Another tight game played by this Talon side. Willis foul tipped that one. And Cindy Ball Malone out of the dugout. Natasha, I heard that up here.
Yeah, I heard it too.
Now the umpires are going to come together and discuss.
Yeah, foul tipped, hit the ground. It didn't go straight to Torres's glove. So it wasn't a catch.
And because there is a runner on base, this would not be a reviewable play. So it does come down to if one of the umpires heard something. And the umpires, I believe, saying that they didn't. My understanding was that this would not be a reviewable play.
Yeah, take a look right here. And it sounded like a foul tip up here, but when you take a look, it's hard to really see if she really made contact there. Maybe that sound was it hitting the ground. Let's listen.
Utah is challenging the strike 3 call, saying it was a foul ball. Plays under review.
And Natasha, I'm a bit surprised that they're challenging or able to challenge this, because the rule book says that the foul ball should be changed to a foul tip, that you can only review that with no base runners or if it would result in the 3rd out. So I'm surprised that they're able to look at this. Maybe my understanding of the rule book's off.
I think this is a reviewable play. I think that you can review this.
There is a caveat right above that rule that I mentioned that would allow them to look to see if it was a live or a dead ball, if it should be charged as a foul ball. So that may be what allows them to look at this. Just come down if there's enough video evidence on the field. It's called a strikeout.
After review, the call stands.
And so after review, the call will stand. 2 outs, bottom of the 7th inning.
So it essentially is just a drop third strike. There's a runner on first. Force play, that's 2 outs.
And Sydney Ball Malone is hot. It's been a tough series for the Talons. It'll bring up Aaliyah Andrews. Has not had a hit with 2 outs this year. Has a 5-game hitting streak on the line here in the bottom of the 7th. Andrews trying to keep the game alive for the Talons. Grounded to first, Vidalis gloves it, and that's the ball game. And the expansion, Portland Cascade have taken down the Queens from season 1.
And it's all been the pitching from Portland Cascade, from night 1 of Sam Landry to Kenzie Brown last night, and Kelly Maxwell getting it done today, and Sam Landry coming in relief. And just a great job from the Cascade, the first team sweep in Talons in AUSL history.
The Cascade making some noise on the road. They have yet to get back to their home city. It's going to feel pretty good getting on the plane after a sweep.
And they had so much energy. They came in here, they wanted to make a statement. They set the tone right out the gate. Game 1, that started with Sam Landry. And just the timely hitting, Megan Grant going yard on game 1. Corby Otis coming up clutch yesterday. And just all around bats today, getting it done, jumping on them early in the first inning. And that was a Sydney Stewart RBI.
And the pitching was fantastic. We go down to Savannah Collins now, who has Kelly Maxwell.
Kelly, this pitching staff is just dialed what Sam Landry put together on game 1, Kenzie Brown coming up in game 2, and then tonight was your night. What was so effective for you to be able to close out this series win?
Yeah, I mean, I have to give credit to my defense today. They were making plays. I knew I wasn't feeling comfortable, but just really proud of myself for working through it and allowing my defense to have my back.
It seemed like you got better as the game went on. Natasha mentioned being able to go to that off speed to continue to keep hitters off balance. How crucial was that for you?
It's crucial when you're facing top-tier talent like this. I mean, it's important to change speeds and have them guessing.
You know, this team has put together a culture, a camaraderie on the road. How excited are you to kind of introduce the Cascade to Portland next series?
I'm excited. I'm excited to finally be home, excited to get into Portland and see what everything's all about.
Thanks, Kelly. Congrats on the dub in the circle and the series sweep.
Thank you.
The sweep heard around the AUSL, the expansion Portland Cascade. After losing the first 2 games of their year, have won 4 straight. Natasha, they're rolling right now.
They are rolling, they are hot, and they're getting it done on both sides of the plate. They're getting it done in the circle, and they're getting it done at the plate. They're a team to watch for sure as we go on into the season.
Portland picking up another win here in Salt Lake City to complete the sweep. They improved to 4-2, now a half game behind the Carolina Blaze. And the standings looking much different here in year 2 than they did in year 1 of the AUSL.
Yeah, last year the Blaze was at the bottom of the standings, and now we see them at the top.
The Talons lose all 3. The Cascade are rolling as they head home to Portland. Once again, our final score, Cascade 3, Talons 2. AUSL continues tomorrow. Oklahoma City Spark and Maya Brady will be in Illinois to take on the Chicago Bandits at 7 p.m. Eastern on ESPNU. For Natasha Wadley, Savannah Collins, and our entire crew, I'm Noah Frary. Thanks for watching.